member, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. So today we're looking at positive shifts coming your way. We have 3 piles. This is pile 1. It's repetition, and here's the card. It's really beautiful. Pile 2 is called connection. And pile 3 is unity. I can get it. There we go. So take your time, go to whatever one you feel intuitively called to, and the links to the piles will be in my description box, and then we'll get started. Hi, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So today we're looking at positive shifts happening next. Your cards are repetition, trust. We have forgiveness, passion ignited, the wildling, Capricorn I use, 22. We have dependability. We have ether. It's hard to see this card, but it's ether. We have, come on. There we go. We have trust, 5 emotional loss, paradox, and 41 North Node, life's purpose. So I'm going to pull a clarifier for each of these after I kind of get started. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait for a second. But when I was first tapping into your energy, I saw you at a crossroads. And one of the positive shifts that's happening next is that you're going to know what to do next. I almost feel like you have 2 paths in front of you, and you're trying to figure out which path to go down. And the path could be different for all of you. The different types of paths could be different for all of you. But one of them I see is that emotional fulfillment and even spiritual fulfillment. And the other I see is a harder road. What I'm seeing is rocks, and I see one path illuminated and the other one with rocks, and it's harder to move on to the other path. You know, it's interesting because one of the facilitators at the group therapy I used to go to was talking about how, you know, when we're on a path already going, it's easier just to stay on the path that you're on instead of switching paths. But the thing is that you have to figure out, I think one of the things you're trying to figure out is which path is best for me. And one of the things that I think that is coming next for you is you have 2 trust cards. It's like knowing that you can trust yourself is something that's coming next for you. Having that full awareness and full deep body feeling of, I can trust myself, and I feel that deep in my bones that my intuition is never led me astray, and I will know what to do next. And one of the things that's coming in for you is the answer to this question, like what is going to happen next? What path do I take? And it's the path that is where you have passion ignited, and the path where it may seem harder at first, but it's not going to be as hard after you get through the initial hardness. I think that some of you are facing like leaving a relationship that you may have been in for a very long time. And some of you are leaving a job that I feel like you've been in for a very long time and following more about your life's purpose. We have North Node, life's purpose here. And I think that the path, you know, I'm trying to think. It's like, I'm not trying to think, but I'm trying to hear spirit. It's almost like it seems like the path of resistance, but going on the path where you're finding your life's purpose and your passion, and trusting that you can get through whatever it is that's going to be hard in the beginning is where you need to go. So a positive shift happening for you next is choosing a new job, choosing a new relationship, or choosing to leave a relationship that you've been in for a while, and choosing yourself. I mean, this is all about choosing yourself, really, truly. All about choosing yourself and the connection to yourself, and trusting that you're going to be able to be okay no matter what decision you make. And it's just about following the path that you feel like is the path you want to go down, but the one that may be scarier. I think that there's a lot of fear that's surrounding the decision to leave the relationship, or the decision to get in a new relationship, or the decision to leave your job or get into a new job, and I'm not saying leave your job, right? I'm not saying leave your relationship, but I am feeling that want to do something different. And like if you want to get a new job, right? Like, let's just go down the job thing. It's putting the things like Capricorn. We have Capricorn here, and Capricorn is all about practical steps and like moving forward at taking one step at a time. It's very practical. It's also slower. So it's like, what can you set up for yourself? How can you take one step towards what you need to take a step towards, like the path that you really want and the path with your passion and emotional fulfillment and your life's purpose? And how do you just take one step towards that? And how do you make sure that you're secure and safe and stable before you do the huge move or do the huge decision? Before you make the final decision, how do you create safety and stability so that you feel as safe and as held as you possibly can when making this next decision? I hear the moon. There's two moons right here, and you have a moon in your main card. And I think that the cycles of the moon is really important for you. I have a what is the moon trying to tell you video. I think it's linked in my description box already, but I can link it if it's not. But there's something here that's deeply subconscious that is affecting you making this decision and trusting yourself and affecting you moving forward. And I think that, let's say you've been in a relationship for a long time. It's just an example, right, guys? So if you're not, like, that's okay. Let's say you've been, or at a job or something. You've been in some kind of stable, secure thing that has helped you maintain your stability, right? And so it's like letting go of that. There could be a subconscious wound as well from childhood where you couldn't let go of some type of security because you felt like you were going to not be safe if you did. And so it's looking at the subconscious wounds that could be a part of this decision and why it feels so terrifying and why it's so hard to make that step, and working on the root cause, which is usually in childhood, and working on that wound so that you can heal, so that you can feel better and more secure and more stable in yourself, and in trusting that you can make it, and in trusting spirit if you believe in that, and deciding to make the step when you decide to make the step, and feeling like everything's going to be okay. I think that you've been in the repetition of this cycle maybe, or repetition of this relationship or job for a long time. And this is just also to say, like, if you're feeling like you want to leave something that's really stable or secure for you that you've been in a long time, understanding how difficult that is and how scary that is, and letting yourself have the feelings of difficulty and fear and sadness and loss of this thing that has maybe been in your life for a very long time and has kept you feeling secure for a very long time, and giving yourself that, like, that is that, having the feelings and letting yourself feel the feelings and not suppressing it and being like, oh, why can't I do this, right? It's like not beating yourself up for not being able to make the choice yet because you're trying to make sure you're safe, right? Like, this is all about safety, but you really want to follow your passion. And I think a shift that's coming in for you is being able to make the step, or making some steps into making the final decision. This is not about making the final decision yet. This is just about feeling safe in your body and feeling safe in your life to make bigger steps, to follow your passion, to get into this beautiful wildling card, and to feeling just truly like you can be okay no matter what happens. It's this dependability card. It's like this dependability card. It's interesting because I think it's talking about two people in a relationship, but what I really feel for you is that these two people in this card, I'm going to show you that really quick. These two people in this card, I feel like it's the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and also just your relationship with yourself. And it's about the shift that's coming in is this ability to understand and feel deeply this dependability on yourself. That while you may not feel like you can, you will. You will. And that's what this is about. And this is also about the ether. And the ether is, I keep hearing subconscious, but really what it's about is about spirituality and in the ether, as in like in the universe and like in the world even. But I think what this is talking about is your subconscious, this ether card. I know you can't see the words, but that's what it is. And grieving the emotional loss of whatever the decision you need to make is, so that you can follow your passion, you can follow yourself, and forgiving whoever you need to forgive, and forgiving yourself for feeling afraid or for whatever it is, right? It's like, how do you find the forgiveness and the trust in yourself to be okay? And understanding that this is all a big paradox. Like, this is a big paradox, what you're having to go through. Leaving security behind to find more security is a paradox, right? But it's, or leaving something that's been really stable for you because it's not stable as much as it was, and finding a new stability. You know, it's like, and this life's purpose is screaming at me too. It's like figuring out what your life's purpose is. I think a lot of you have an idea and you are living your life's purpose right now. It's because you're on the way to it, and you have to go through these things to get closer to your life's purpose. And it's like your life's purpose and the passion, that's what you're trying to follow. And I think that's so brave. I also understand the fear of that. I also truly, deeply understand the fear and the sadness of losing something to follow your passion, losing some stability or security. It's all about stability and security that you feel like you're losing, and this feeling of not feeling safe, but you really are trying to find more safety in yourself. If you can find more safety in yourself while you're doing this, that's what's going to give you the ability and the dependability to follow the decisions and the path that you want to take, because you really are on this crossroads of a path, right? That's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers. This is like something new I haven't done ever. But what's for repetition, Spirit? We've got dawning. Yeah. Okay. Dawning. Dawning. Okay, so dawning is like things that are dawning on you. And also like dawning is in like a new day. And I think that you're looking towards a new day, and you're also having epiphanies about maybe the cycles that you've been in, because repetition is about the cycles that you've been in. And you're having this realization and this epiphany of the repetition that you've been in and the cycles that you go through, and seeing how your cycles continue and how you may be falling into a pattern that you had before, and you're recognizing the patterns that you're falling in. And I think this is like self-awareness at its best, right? It's like you're having so much self-awareness around the cycles that you've been in generally. And I think that that's why you're having this recognition of it, like what you want to do next, because you don't want to repeat the same cycles. You don't want to be in the same relationships. You don't want to be in the same job. You don't want to have the same people in your life. You may, you know, if they're amazing, obviously not, but like maybe there's like cycles of like you having people in your life that aren't good for you. And so there's a lot of epiphanies that are happening around for you guys, I think, about your relationships, where you're living, your job, your life's purpose, you know, this just every single cycle that you've ever been in. I also get this feeling like there may be past life cycles that you're changing, because you may be having epiphanies about past lives, or there is past lives that are what Spirit wants to say is there's past lives that are contributing to these cycles. So if you're blaming yourself for re-going in cycles, don't do that, because we have so many cycles. Usually our past lives are echoes of the past. We have similar things happen to us in our lives because we have to learn the lesson over and over again. And then once we learn the lesson, we can move on from it. And so the cycles that you're going through are very strong, not just because of this life, but because of past lives. If you believe in that, if you don't believe in that, that's okay. I'm just talking about if you do believe in it. It's really interesting. You're having a lot of epiphanies. Okay, trust Spirit. Trust Spirit. Trust. Okay, let's see. Whisper. Interesting. That's really interesting, guys. It's like this whisper of trust. It's almost like you're going from a whisper. Ooh, it's interesting. No, okay. I got two different things. But whisper and fear, right? Or intuition and fear, right? They're very similar. But intuition whispers while fear yells and is really loud. So it's like, how do you get connected to the whispering of your intuition? And how do you recognize when your intuition is at play or when your fear is at play? And getting really connected to your body on this one, because let me just give you an example. I don't know if I can even give you an example on this, but like, okay, let's just bring up the relationship again, leaving the relationship. When you say, I want to leave the relationship, when you say yes, how does your body react? And when you say no, how does your body react, right? And it's like getting really neutral before you do this practice, so that you're in a neutral state before you say these questions. But it's using any question like this. Like, that's how because your body never lies, guys. Your body never lies. Your mind will tell you a fucking bunch of shit. But your body will never lie, and your intuition is very connected to your body. So I just would, especially with this trust card, it's like getting really clear on what intuition actually feels like and how trusting actually feels like. And also I was getting, before I said that, the whisper of trust. The whisper, this whisper is going to become louder. This trust in yourself is a whisper right now, but it's becoming louder. And it's about getting the whisper to be louder so that you can fully, your trust is gaining. You're gaining trust in yourself. And this whisper card, it's a whisper, but it's becoming more than that. Okay, forgiveness, Spirit. Forgiveness. Ooh, okay, there we go. We've got cinders. It's interesting because cinders are fire. Cinders are like the fire, right? Fire, cinders, like the remnants of fire. And it's like clearing out the remnants of the things that you need to forgive. It's not super loud. It's not super crazy fire, but it's like looking in your past and seeing where where forgiveness needs to happen in things that may not seem really big to you anymore, but may still like kind of hurt just a little bit. It's like the cinders. It's like the remaining remnants of the things that have hurt you in your past that just need to be cleared away. It's almost like it just needs just like a little bit of it. You only have a little bit of it that you need to pay attention to. But it is looking at the remnants of your past and where you may need to forgive yourself a little bit more. Okay, passion, Spirit. Whoa, I got a bunch. Isn't that awesome? When I get a bunch, I'm always like, oh my God, because it means that like there's a lot. Passion ignited, Spirit. I just want one though. Okay, I got a bunch. Passion ignited, edge. It's looking at, okay, this edge. It's almost like, okay, I got two different things. You're looking over the edge to your passion ignited, right? You're looking over the edge to see where your passion is, and not where your passion is, but almost like you're the fool, right? At the top of the cliff, right? And then as a new beginning, but you're looking at over the edge of a cliff to try to jump, right? And it's like to follow your passion. And that's what I get with this. And then there's edge is like exciting almost, but edge is also like you're on the edge of figuring it out. I don't know what I was trying to say right there. It's hard to explain. There's a certain edge to your passion and how it feels. That's what I was trying to say. And whatever ideas you're having, wherever your passion is leading you, that's like what gives you edge? What gives you that feeling of like edge? That's the passion. It's almost like passion and edge or it's hard to explain. I'm sorry, guys. I hope I'm doing an okay job. But your passion is your edge, right? And also looking over the edge and jumping. It's like that's what you're looking at with your passion. Okay, the wildling, Spirit. Whoa, I got a bunch. I got two at least. Which one, Spirit? Chrysalis. Okay. The wildling. Yeah, this is the birth of the wild part of you, which I think you're having a birth of your passion as well. I think they're connected. The wildling and chrysalis. Chrysalis is like it's a butterfly before it hatches or before it is born. And it's in the right? No. Yes. It's before it's born. So it's like cultivating, right? It's like percolating and it's like becoming something. It's like a seed being planted, right? And then it blooms. It's like you're having this transformation in the wild part of you, the part of you that seeks adventure, the part of you that seeks fun, the part of you that follows your passion, and you're having this transformation there. All right, Spirit, Capricorn, I use. Okay. Spectre. Okay, this is a ghost. So Spectre's a ghost. I had to look it up like 10 times because I always thought it was like one of those, wand or something, but it's not. Spectre is the ghost. I'm going to look this up again to make absolutely sure, but I've looked it up so many times. Hold on, guys. Yes, it's a ghost. So, interesting because we have Whisper for Trust and then Ghost for Capricorn. This is actually building on your Capricorn abilities or what Capricorn represents, which is slow steps. And I think that you if you can build, like what I was saying, building on the practical steps you need to take to make yourself feel safe so that you can make this big decision. That's what that's about. Okay, dependability, Spirit. So proud of you guys. I really am. Let me know what you think about this because this is fun. I'm excited. I was like, this is an awesome idea. Hunger and dependability. Ooh, it's like a hunger for depending on yourself. Ooh, I love that. It's like hungry for dependability on yourself. And that is all you need, guys. The hunger for change, the hunger for growth, the hunger for loving yourself, the hunger for relying on yourself. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Dependability. You have a hunger for being dependable. You have a hunger for being able to depend on yourself. And that's also what's igniting this passion. If let's say you've been dependable on somebody like for money, if you're like, okay, let's say you're a parent, right? And this is just another example. And you're co-parenting with someone and you stay at home and watch the kids, and then your husband or wife goes out and works. And you are depending on them for financial security. You have a hunger to get out of that. You have a hunger to create your own money, to create dependability on yourself so you don't have to depend on anyone else. And that's what this is about. This is about a hunger for being able to depend on yourself financially, emotionally, all the things, right? It's like, that is gorgeous. That's all you need, guys. I swear to God, if I ever say anything, it's all you need to grow is the hunger to grow. And it's like the willingness, that's it. But it's like you have a hunger for the dependability on yourself. And that is what you need. And it's just like, I'm just like giving you props because that's amazing. Ether spirit. Okay, card flipped over. Storm? Okay. Storm over ether. Okay. I may need another clarifier, spirit. What's this mean? Another clarifier for storm. Blaze. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so we got blaze and storm for ether. So there is this want and need to get connected to the universe and to make your way in the world. And storm also, I talked about ether being your subconscious, and storm and blaze. It could be that also that there's a storm that needs to be healed in your subconscious, and it's like facing the storm and then blazing your way through it, and then that brings you closer to spirit, if that's what you believe in, and closer to yourself. And that's what this is about. Okay, trust spirit. Another trust card. Let's do another trust. Okay, we've got chamber. Interesting. Chamber of trust. Building the chamber inside yourself for trust. Building up what you believe that you want trust to be. What do you feel like trust is, right? It's like getting connected to what are your ideas about trust, and what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it pertain to? What is the choices that you feel like someone should make when you, how do you want trust to be in your life? Do you want it to be brutally honest? Do you want it to be, I don't, need to do anything to make you do anything? Like, how do you feel about trust, and what does it mean to you? And how do you build a more solid foundation in trust and build your own chamber of trust in yourself, and even a chamber with another person? But it's like, you have to get clear, I think, on what you want trust to be. How, like, I don't know, not even what you want it to be, but how do you feel when you trust somebody? How does that actually feel? And how do you cultivate that within yourself? That's kind of what I'm getting. Emotional loss, spirit. Emotional loss. This one? Midas touch. So Midas is almost like, hold on. So Midas is like a person with great wealth or great money-making abilities. So that's interesting. I think what this is talking about is that you have the ability to look at your emotional loss, heal it, and then help others with it. And then it could also be that you can make money off of it in some ways by helping others. It's almost like a therapist vibe, that's what I'm getting. Some of you could be spiritual teachers, but it's like, one of the shifts that's happening next for you is healing more of your emotional loss. I think a lot of you have healed a lot, but it's continuing to heal your emotional losses. And then how can you help others through that and possibly create a business out of it, right? Or a passion project. I think a lot of you have passions that are involved in helping others. And so I think that by getting connected to how you can help others through emotional loss could be very helpful for some of you. Okay, paradox spirit. Paradox. Okay, we've got astral. Yeah, the more you get connected to the astral level, the more you're going to be confused, and more that you're going to find paradoxes is what I'm kind of getting, but that's like more of like spirit being funny. But astral, yes. Paradox, it's like getting connected to the spiritual side of you is going to make you question life more, but in a more satisfying and fulfilling way if you believe in that. If you don't, then just disregard this. But getting connected on the astral level with yourself and with spirit is going to help bring more fulfillment, bring an understanding of yourself even more, and a trust in yourself even more, and a trust with spirit and in life. It's like your paradoxes, the paradox of everything that you're going through and the difficulty of it will be lessened if and when you have a relationship with spirit in whatever way, shape, or form you have that in, and feeling comforted by the fact that no matter what happens, you're going to be okay because spirit has you. And that's what I think this is about. So life's purpose, spirit, northmost. Okay, we've got bone. Yeah. This is your life's purpose is in your bones. Like, and very deep inside of you. And it's never not a part of you. And yeah, that's what that means. It's never not a part of you, and it's deep inside your soul. Your life's purpose is deep inside your soul, and it's there. It's already in you. And it's like your life's purpose is going to come even more clear. The more healing you do, the more you trust yourself, the more you forgive, the more you follow your own passions. And it's like understanding that you can do this and you're doing so good. I don't know. Should I do tarot today, Spirit? Yes? Okay, Spirit. What other positive shifts are happening next for pile 1? What other shifts are happening for pile 1? Okay, 7 of Pentacles. Hold on. Let me get more cards really quick. Oh, whoa. Okay. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. We've got Ace of Swords. Yeah, some truth is coming to light. Knight of Swords, yes. And the High Priestess. Wow, guys, this is epic right now. Okay, wow. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles, things coming to fruition, hard work paying off. You're harvesting your rewards. You've planted seeds in multiple places, and it's harvesting your rewards. And it's also about learning about how to it's about continuing to plant more seeds in regards to your path, right? And more stability. Then we have Ace of Swords, and Ace of Swords is like truth coming to life, epiphanies. Like, that's what I think this is about. You're having major epiphanies right now, and I think you're very connected. I hear you're very connected to spirit. I hear you're very connected. And it's like, because you're so connected to the universe, to spirit, or whatever you believe in, you're having these major truths come to life, and all of these things being born, like, your trust in yourself is there. It's just you're strengthening that. And because you're figuring out how to look at the truth and see truths more clearly, your intuition's getting stronger, and then therefore your trust is getting stronger in yourself. So it's almost like you're having a bunch of things happen at once, and it's all melting and mixing together to create something really gorgeous and beautiful, and also to help you manage your life better and to move into your life better in a way that's extremely self-sufficient, dependable, loyal, loving, trusting. That's what I'm hearing, and meaningful. And Knight of Swords is all about truth as well. And I'm just trying to see. Yeah, you're following your ambition and becoming more action-oriented with your life. That's what's happening. And it's because of this beautiful intuition. Like, I swear we've had so many 2 trust cards, which are your intuition. And then we have the High Priestess, which is all about intuition and trust. And it's like you're having these major things happen in your life. Truth's coming to light, your intuition's getting extremely strong, you're planting new seeds, you're looking at your path, you're following your passions, you're following the path that you want to go down, and it's absolutely gorgeous, you guys. It's like really impressive. Like, I'm extremely impressed. It's like you're at a really insane level of mastery. That's what I hear. Mastery. You've mastered a lot of this already, and it's just about making it stronger. But that's what's so great. The next level that you're moving into, it's like you're already really good at this, and then you're adding on the fact that you're mastering it. Like, you're going to the highest level of this shit. And it's like, that's why it's so impressive and amazing, because it's like you're tying up loose ends to step more fully into yourself even more than you already have, but it's at such a level that it's masterful. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. Okay, Spirit, anything else I want to say to pile 1? Anything else? Any other positive shifts coming in for them? It's really cool, guys. Like, I'm so proud of you guys. I truly am. Like, this is really amazing. Like, you should be so freaking proud of yourself because I'm so proud of you. Like, legit. Like, amazing. Okay, so we've got the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Oh, I love that. We've got perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. This is you getting new perspectives on yourself and your life, and you've been doing that. That's a dawning with the cycles, right? And then we have cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. You're devoted to yourself and your heart space. That's what's happening. You've been devoted to because you're devoted to yourself and your heart space. You're becoming more heart-centered, but you're also being able to create a better path and a better life for yourself. And we have the courageous peony. Multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Yeah, you are very courageous. If I could say anything about this reading it would be that you're fucking brave, guys. Like brave. And it's because you continue to push forward, to love yourself, to see all sides of yourself and enhance and build on each side of yourself to create a beautiful whole, a beautiful whole you in such a way that now your whole life is like changing because you created this beautiful you inside yourself and created all these wonderful things for yourself. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. The positive shifts I see happening next for you are mastery in trust, forgiveness, the astral level, your life's purpose, moving forward, having epiphanies. Like, you got some major shifts happening, but that's because of the work that you've put into. You've put all this work in, and that's why this is happening, and that's why it's so amazing. And, give yourself a pat on the back and recognize how far you've come. Recognize how brave you are. Recognize how you are loving yourself at such a level that it's almost masterful. That's what's coming in. Mastery of yourself is coming in, guys. Mastery of yourself is what's happening next for you guys. The positive shift. Mastering yourself. And only for yourself, not for anyone else. And yes, it helps other people, but this is about you. This is about you in such a way that is so gorgeous and so fulfilling and so meaningful. Oh my God, you guys! I'm so proud of you! Okay, so let me know if you guys like this, the clarifying each of these cards. Let me know in the comments. And I think that's all I have for you guys today, but like and subscribe if you can. Oh, and put a moon in the comment section if you want to say that you're part of this pile. And you don't have to, but it's up to you. Like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So today we're looking at positive shifts happening for you next. We've got connection, truth, 6th third eye chakra, share wisdom, oblivion, which you can't see, but I'll show you in a minute. Libra, eye balance, surface. I had to cover up because people on YouTube apparently don't like it. YouTube, whatever the YouTube platform doesn't like it. Flow, 6, moving on, the outlaw. This is light, and this is Mercury, mind. So this is oblivion, and then this is light. You can see it right there. Oh my gosh, so hard to see. It says light. Okay. So a lot is going on with you, Pile 2. I feel like one of the positive shifts happening next is that your third eye is going through something, and it is getting strong, like stronger. I already feel like it's really strong, but it's getting even stronger. It's interesting because I've been thinking about it, and I think a lot of the collective has been going through a third eye chakra, like intuition upgrade. But that's definitely happening for you in like on a different level. I feel like you're moving on from something, and then we have truth. I feel like a major truth is coming to light. There may be a major epiphany that you just had, and it has to do with moving on. It has to do with moving forward in some way, in a different way. I feel like you guys are getting really connected to spirit. If you already are connected to spirit, then that relationship between you and spirit is getting a lot stronger. I feel like you're having major spiritual revelations in this group specifically. If you don't believe in spirit, or you just believe in nature or universe, there's some epiphanies that are coming, and the strengthening of the ability to have epiphanies almost. It's almost like you're having this strengthening of this ability to see the truth and have a new perspective on life in a completely new way. And we have the outlaw and share wisdom. I feel like I kind of feel like some of you are tired, which I was kind of feeling last week in pile 2. That could be a thing for you, but I feel like you're definitely feeling more out of it. Like, you're coming out of it more is what I mean. And I think you're getting really connected to the wisdom of yourself. You're getting really connected to your intuition. You're getting really connected to the truth. You're having this connection with yourself and with spirit that you haven't had at the level it's at now. And one of the shifts happening for you is that you're getting more connected to spirit. You're getting more connected to wisdom in general. I feel like just the wisdom, there's so many new truths coming to light. I hear it could be a job you're moving on from. It could be a relationship you're moving on from, or you're just moving on in a new way. I think you're leaving old cycles behind. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like you're leaving old cycles behind. And they have to do with maybe the way you've reacted in the past to certain situations. There's like confusion a little bit because I'm like, I don't know why I feel like I can't channel, which is interesting. I wonder if you guys are maybe in the void stage where you're feeling like your gifts may have lessened, but they haven't. They're just going through something and they're coming into something new. And sometimes when we have our chakras go under construction, right? Under construction, we feel shut off a little bit. And I get the sense that you may be feeling a little bit of the void stage. And some of you, I feel like, are actually not in the void stage and coming out of the void stage, and you're really getting connected with your third eye. And I think you're seeing things that you haven't before. I feel like you're becoming a new person. Mercury mind. Your mind is changing. Your mind. It's like, okay, so we have our body, we have our intuition, and we have our mind. And our mind can play games and play tricks on us and create illusions and delusions. And I think that your mind is healing. I think that the healing that you've done work on healing your belief systems and stuff like that. But what I think you're finding is that your belief systems are actually deeply new. Like you've worked on creating new, bear with me. You've worked on creating new belief systems, right? And sometimes when we create new belief systems, it can take a long time to get them to be deep in our bones, like believing it on such a level that it's like almost like you can never have that. Like, you know how you create bad beliefs inside yourself and that's just on repeat in your head? Like, I'm not good enough. And then you feel like that for your whole life. And then you start to try to create new belief systems of I am good enough. And it takes a long time to get into your body knowing deeply that you are good enough. And I think that one of the things, it took me a minute to get here, guys, sorry. One of the things that I think that is shift that's happening for you is that your belief systems that you've been working on, the new ones, they're becoming so deeply in your bones that you are like, it's so filled. Like, I feel like you're so full with the new beliefs that they're so deeply now inside of you that your life is becoming different because of it. You're seeing the fruits of your labor. You're seeing, it's almost like I see seven of Pentacles. You see the fruits of your labor of working so hard at loving yourself and working so hard on these beliefs. Your mind is changing. Your mind. I feel like you're changing. You've changed the communication with yourself at such a level that it may be easier than it once was to communicate with yourself inside your head. You may not have the patterns you had before of the negative beliefs. They may not even be coming up anymore because that's how much you've healed it. Like, you're not even listening to, if you even have it in your head at all, I'm not good enough, or things like that. And Libra, I feel like you're balancing yourself in such a way where you've never felt this balance before. A positive shift that's happening is a balancing of yourself, the connection to your mind in a way that you haven't had it before, being able to share the wisdom that you've gotten with others. You're moving on from something, but you're moving into a whole new you, spiritually and emotionally. You're learning about flow, which is right here, but I think that there's flow happening in your life more because of these things that you've implemented. You're finding new truths out about yourself and creating perspective changes. And you're connecting to the divine and other people in ways that you haven't before. And it's because you've gone deep under the surface to be able to do this. And your intuition is becoming just on insane levels, like insane. I think that you've built a lot of trust in your intuition. And because you built that trust, your intuition is becoming a whole new thing. And you're going to see things you haven't seen before. If you haven't experienced that yet, that may be another shift coming in for you. It's like seeing things that you haven't before, seeing the truth about situations that you haven't before, seeing how you feel about things or feeling about things the way you haven't before. You may want a whole new person with a relationship. You may want things that you never thought you could want. You may want something totally new in a job or a life's purpose. It's almost like this newness is a shift that's coming in for you because you've done such deep healing, because you've worked on these belief systems so vigorously and so dedicated. You are having your whole life change and getting super crazy epiphanies and truths, and even collective truths. Like, you may be very gifted spiritually, and you may be seeing new things about the world and about the collective that you haven't previously seen before. And you may see things about situations that you haven't seen before, as in like something, people start fighting and you're like seeing something totally new, or a way that it works, or you're thinking about things in a way that you haven't before. The shift that's happening is because of the work you've done, but the way you think is changing. The way you feel about yourself is changing. And in such a full, deep way. Like, you've had remnants maybe of this happen to you, where you've changed a belief system and you've seen, some, like, a slight change or a slight whatever. But what I'm seeing, and what I feel like you're seeing, is this massive shift. This is a massive shift in the way that you think and the way that you balance your life, and the way that you think about the spirit, the way that you flow, the way that you feel connected to others. You're also letting go of people that haven't served you, and in a way where you don't beat yourself up for doing it before, because that's a belief system, right? Like, I need to keep people in my life so I don't hurt them. That's not a belief system for you anymore. It may have been in the past. And your new belief system is, I'm doing what's best for me. I'm doing what's best for me, and I'm going to share my wisdom where I need it. But if I'm not going to burn myself out to help anyone else anymore. I'm not going to light myself on fire to help anyone else anymore. I am the outlaw. You are the outlaw, as in, like, I am power. I am truth. I am trust. And you can't fuck with me. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like, you can't touch me anymore, because I know myself. I know that I'm good enough. I know that I deserve good things. I know that I'm insanely intuitive. And if you don't trust my visions, then you don't need to trust my visions. I don't really care. I don't really care what you think. You're not caring what anyone thinks. There's a new connection coming in for you. Wow. I don't know why I just said that, but that's what Spirit told me. I literally just came out. There's a new connection coming in for you. And it may be a spiritual connection with somebody. There's a spiritual connection coming in for you very soon. Another shift that's happening, maybe a relationship of some type coming in for you. I also got that there may be a new connection with a deity. If you believe in spirit, there may be a new connection with a deity that wants to work with you to create more healing for you, to create more balance, and to create more wisdom to help other people. I feel like I've been watching Casey from Aquarius and Company. She's a tarot channel. And, she's been really talking about the collective, and I just absolutely love her. So go check her out if you haven't seen her. Aquarius and Company. She also has Moonlight Intuitive. She's absolutely amazing. I meant to mention her on pile 1, but I'm mentioning her now. She has been really feeling like the collective's going through something really big, and I feel like you may be feeling that, and there's something major going on on Earth right now. That's how I feel. And I don't know what it is, but she was talking about how people awaken, and when more people awaken, the more it changes the Earth, and I believe that, like, wholeheartedly. And so I think that there's major things happening on the Earth right now with the weather and the collective, and you may be feeling some of that and actually seeing visions of some of that, or you're meant to see some visions of that. It's really interesting, actually, guys. You may be having a shift of a new vision coming in, or new prophetic, some type of something. So if you believe in this, just get really get really meditative and in the stillness and ask about the collective and see what you see. If you feel comfortable doing so, obviously, only if you feel comfortable doing so. But yeah, there's something major going on in the collective, and I feel like you feel that, but that's because you're very connected to spirit and you're very connected in general. You have insane spiritual gifts, and one of your gifts is getting insanely masterful. Like you're mastering your third eye. That's kind of what I'm feeling. The shift that's coming in is mastery of your intuition, mastery of yourself, of balance, of your mind, mastery of your mind. It's mostly mastery of your mind. Your mind is really becoming something that is your friend instead of your foe. And because of that, you're seeing so many epiphanies and so much truth coming to light, and you're figuring life out in a way that you haven't before. And it's absolutely insanely gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to pull clarifiers for each card. It's like a new thing I'm doing, but we're just going to see what we get. So Spirit for connection. We've got, for connection, we've got vortex. That's interesting. Vortex for connection. There's major happenings happening with the connection with yourself and the connection to the world. This is where I get the collective thing, right? There's a vortex of some kind of happening. Hold on. There's something happening. There's a vortex within your connection to the world and yourself. So you're pulling in different types of connections. You're a vortex. You're pulling it in. Because of this beautiful change you've had with your mind and the way you feel about yourself, you're creating, with your connection with yourself, you're creating new things to come in. It's like a vortex, right? It's like a circular vacuum that sucks everybody in. So I feel like your connections are changing. You're changing at such a level that the new vibration that you're in is creating a vortex for the relationships and the people, and yeah, just the connections with the people and the world in a whole new way. I was seeing this before, but I didn't want to say it. I don't know why I didn't want to say it. It's interesting. You are creating, because you've changed your vibration so spectacularly, if I could say it in any way, you've created an explosion of energy and an explosion of an awakening of yourself. And then because of that, you are awakening others. And that's why I feel like the collective is changing and everything's weird. Not weird. I think it is weird. Everything's different out there in the ether and in the universe and in the weather and all that stuff, because people are awakening, because there's these insane awakenings, and you are a part of that. And you're also your own vortex of pulling in the people that you want and that are in your new vibration. It's hard. It's like the timelines, right? When you jump a timeline, it's when, let's say you're in a relationship with somebody and you're at two vibrations, right? In the beginning you were at the same vibration, but when one of you creates a vibration that's extremely higher than the other one, you're going to propel or make people like, you're going to repel each other. Sorry, Casey was explaining this much better than me. You repel each other. And you are now, and you're doing the opposite. You maybe be repelling and moving on from people that are not at your vibration, but you're vortexing and pulling in the connections that are at your new vibration. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, I could not explain that in the way that I wanted to, but that's the best I can explain it. Okay, True Spirit. Whoa, that came out quick. Midnight. There's a truth about your darkness. Also, yeah, there's a truth about your darkness. There's a truth that's coming to light. The truth that's coming to light is some of your darkness, and maybe understanding how darkness isn't bad, and getting really comfortable with darkness being your friend, and how actually darkness can help and can actually change and transition and rebirth. It's like there's a truth about your rebirth that's happening, a truth about this transformation that's coming to light for you. You're realizing what this transformation has been about, and you're transforming into someone completely new. And the shift that's happening is the truth of that, the truth of what was the reason I had to go through all this shit, right? That's what I hear. what was the reason? Why did I have to go through all this? It was so hard. I feel like you guys have been through something really hard recently and or in the last couple of months, and or a situation or a thing or something. And maybe moving on was part of it in some way. But there was a truth that was born out of that, and there's a truth that's being born out of your transformation that you're realizing. You're realizing the truth about your transformation and what it entails and what actually happened and how insanely big it is, because what you guys are going through right now is really massive, and I think you're finally understanding the massiveness of what just happened because of the things that you've been seeing about yourself that are so totally different, that you haven't been as connected to as before. You're really realizing a lot of things. You're becoming so much clearer about, I had to go through that because of this. I had to go through that because now I'm a whole new person, and now I'm pulling in people that I love, and now I'm on a new timeline, and now I'm, connected, and now I'm, a whole new person. Okay, third eye spirit. Whoa. Okay. Bone, yes. Your third eye, the third eye reconstruction that's going on is so deeply in your bones. It's like your intuition is connected to your body and your head, right? But your intuition is becoming so deeply inside of you. You're stepping so deeply into your own intuition and your own body that you're having your intuition go off. Like there's this mastery of your intuition, this mastery of yourself in such a deep way, this intuitive, deep intuitive remastering. I don't know how to explain it. It's so hard. I don't know why. You know what? You may be having a hard time talking lately, or forming, like maybe channeling or forming of some type. You're having a hard time forming, and I'm having a hard time explaining like concepts because I can't get it to completely come in my head for some reason. And that may be spirit trying to create less friction and less static so that you can have this go down. You can have this revamp in such a bone deep way. Your intuition change in such a bone deep way to where you are so connected to it and so believe in it in such a deep way that spirit may be creating a little bit of a separation to like a void a little bit to help this transition go a little bit clearer. Because if you were like, let's say your intuition just changed to be completely insane, like you were seeing things you've never seen, and it might be overwhelming. So I think what spirit's saying is they're doing this separation just for a minute to be able to create a space so that it doesn't overwhelm your body and your senses so much to have your intuition be so insanely masterful. That's what I'm seeing. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. I'm like, why am I having such a hard time right now? Because it's like I'm having a hard time explaining concepts and thinking about things for some reason. And spirit was like, no, I'm doing that on purpose because they need to not be so overwhelmed by it, because it's going to become this, right? It's becoming this right now. So they need to a little bit of time to like step into it slowly so that their body doesn't get overwhelmed, their senses don't get overwhelmed, so that they don't lose their shit. They'll lose their mind. Spirit's doing this on purpose. So if you feel like that, spirit is saying that this is the reason, and it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. It's changing, and you're becoming in a whole new level, and that's so totally normal. And also amazing. Like, can I just say, like, I'm so excited for you. Like, hell yeah, dude. Like, who doesn't want better intuition? You know what I mean? Okay, share wisdom, spirit. Share wisdom, spirit. Okay, let's see. Okay, we've got Pandora. I always think of Pandora's box. I think this is talking about how you don't even understand the wisdom that you're about to gain. Like, the shift that's happening for you next is massive wisdom in a way that you don't even expect it. It's so surprising to you. You're shocked by what you see. You're shocked by what you're getting. You're shocked by your third eye changing. You're shocked by the wisdom that you're getting, the epiphanies that you're having. You are shocked by it. Like, that's how much of a change it is. That's how much of a shift it is. And it's positive. It's like an amazing shift. But it's like Pandora's box. You're like opening it up. You're like, I don't know what I'm getting. Like, your wisdom is going to be so surprising to you. Because of this beautiful shift in your third eye, you're just going to be like, oh my God, guys, like, that is so exciting. Like, I cannot, that is really insane and also like really exciting. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. I'm like, I want to be you. Okay, Oblivion, spirit. We got Veil. Okay, so interesting. This is Oblivion. Yeah, okay. I think this is just about what we were just talking about, how their Spirit's putting a veil over your third eye right now. I guess veil is such a good, thank you, Spirit. I'm like, what the freak is the word that I'm looking for? There's a veil being put over you right now, spiritually, and in your mind, to create space for this oblivion to happen so that your gifts can become more alive and can be it's like chrysalis, right? It's like a chrysalis, and the butterfly, right? The butterfly hatching from the like butterfly like thing, right? It's like you're in the chrysalis of, or the void stage of, before you have your gifts go off, to create this growing of them. And that's why this veil is being placed over you, where you're not being able to see as much as you feel like you could or want to see. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay, Libra, I balance Spirit. It's really interesting, you guys. Like, this is so interesting. I did not expect this video to be so interesting. I felt like it was going to be big, but I didn't know, like, I mean, big as in, like, big messages, but I didn't know, like, at all what it was going to be about, like, when I got into it. Hunger. There's a hunger for balance. There's a hunger for connection. There's a hunger. And it's like, you want, and this is the thing I was saying in pile 1. Hunger, when hunger comes up, if you have a hunger for balance, guess what? You're going to get balance because you're hungry for it. And if you're hungry for something, that's all you need, and the willingness to do it. Like, that's all you need. If you don't have a hunger for it, you're not going to go after it. You have a hunger for balance in your life. You have a hunger for changing the way that you think. You have a hunger for growing. You have a hunger for growing. You have a hunger for having better intuition. That's why all this is happening. You have created this to happen. Spirit's helping you, but this doesn't just come out of nowhere for no fucking reason. You've created this beautiful shift in you that is absolutely insane. Like, honestly, this is at a level that I've never seen before. I have never seen this level of, like, things happening, and I'm just so excited to channel for you when when you come back after you're out of this veil stage, because, like, it's interesting because when the collective gets more intuitive, I'm just realizing this right now. When the collective gets more intuitive, I get more intuitive as well, and vice versa, because when you get more intuitive, then when I tap into you, you're more intuitive. So I'm going to be able to see things better than I was before. So I'm excited. I'm like, this is exciting. And it's interesting. It's also why I think that our gifts get stronger, and why the awakening is causing this collective shift. Because when one of us gets stronger, the other one gets stronger, because we're all energetically connected. So the stronger we get, the stronger one of us gets, the stronger all of us gets. So it's like, that's, I think, also that's why I needed to say that. I was like, why do I need to say this? But that's why. Okay, surface, Spirit, surface. And I can move these Rockies. Atlas, surface, Atlas. That's like a map. Right? No, hold on. Oh my God, I look it up. I'm like, I don't know. I know this, and I doubt myself. I think there's a little bit of doubting yourself. Oops. Surface, Atlas. You've created a map to go deep under the surface. You've created a map of yourself. Now you know yourself in such a way that you've created a map, a way of healing, the way to move through your mind, a way of meditating, a way of flowing. You've created the map that is you. And that's what's so beautiful about this, is because you're feeling like you know where to go now. And you may not have felt like that before. And you know how to heal through things, and you know how to rely on yourself, and you know how to follow your intuition. A lot of this is about your intuition, guys. Your spiritual gifts, or just gifts in general. Flow, Spirit. Flow about. Whoa. Echo. Interesting. Echo and flow. There's an echo of the flow. An echo. I think this is getting more connected to flow. There's an echo of the flow, and I think it's you fall. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, you know, an echo is like a sound that bounces off walls and then comes back to you, right? So it's like you're figuring out how to follow your flow by the echo of your life. Like, things that happen, it echoes, and then you're like, oh, I think that's what I'm trying to say. You're flowing through life by following the echo of flow, of the way it works. That's what I mean to say. Like, flow and stagnation, what do they feel like, right? And what do I need to follow to create a better flow? Like, and then the echo of, like, what, it's like calling to you. You're realizing that flow is calling to you, and flow is a answer to a call of I don't feel good, or I feel I need rest, or I need to move through life better, or no. I don't know why I'm getting so this is complicated, a complicated thing, and I'm trying to connect too many dots. Sorry, guys. My head is not totally in this one, if you get what I mean. You know what I mean? Like with the veil. I think the veil is veiling me. Okay, Spirit, I need you to help clear me a little bit so that I can channel better, because I feel like I'm having such a hard time explaining things to you guys. If you're still here, thank you for bearing with me. Echo, flow. Okay. There's a way that flow feels in your life, and you're following that flow. That's what I'm getting. You're following the flow of your life. You're figuring out what it feels like. You're figuring out how to listen better. I think the echo is about listening better to your body, listening better to when you feel stuck and how to move out of it. It's like listening. I feel like the way to get more connected to your flow and a positive shift that's happening is listening better and sitting in the stillness and listening, literally listening, like listening to what you need, listening to how you're going to move forward, listening to what flow feels like to you. Like, what does flow feel like to you? I think that's also why I'm having a hard time is because it's like, I'm trying to get connected to what flow is. And it's like, I always go back to stuck in stagnation and also like not resting for some reason. And yeah, so I think that getting connected to what you feel like flow is and how it feels to you and how to flow better and how to move better in your life and how to listen to the call. Whatever call is calling to you, how do you listen to your intuitive call, right? And how do you listen to your life's purpose call? And how do you listen to the connection call? Like, what are the calls you want to listen to? And how can you flow and follow better? Okay, moving on, Spirit. Like, moving on. What's moving on, Spirit? Okay. Battle, yeah. There's a battle that you just went through, I think, with moving on. And I think that it helped you get more connected to your intuition. And I think it helped you go into this thing. I really do. It moved you into this, and it moved you into this, which is feeling your mind better. It moved you into something better. It's kind of amazing. There was a battle that you had to battle through, but it actually created so much amazing shit to happen. Like, whatever this battle was that you moved on from, that created this shift that happened because of this. And because you've been working on yourself and healing as well. But this really was a catalyst for this new everything. New third eye, new wisdom, new you, new connections, new truth, new flow, new all of it. New balance. Like, all of it happened because of this. The catalyst was this battle that you moved on from. Okay, the outlaw spirit. Whoops, too many. So I think that you're dawning, right? I think that you're having epiphanies about how you don't, this is what I was kind of talking about before, but how you don't want to go with the way society tells you to go. You're having epiphanies about, I don't want to move just in this way just because someone tells me to move in this way, or it's because of what's expected of me or what I should do. You're not interested in what everyone thinks you should do anymore. You're not interested in what's expected of you. You're interested in doing your own thing, moving to your own dance, moving to your own beat of the drum. What is your beat of the drum? It's like, that's what this flow is about too, I think. It's like the beat of your drum and how to move with the beat of your drum instead of what everyone else's drums are doing or how they want to go. It's like learning your own music, learning your own drum, learning about the beat of how you need to move through life and what makes you feel better and how you need to rest more, or how you need to the things that you need to follow, and at the pace. It's like the pace of it. The pace of it's important, and you're learning your pace. That's what that's about. And like, you're learning about how not to follow anyone else's pace. Okay, light spirit. We've got Odyssey. A big story. Insanely big story about the light. Like, your story is big, guys. Your story is big. The story of you is massive and transformative and meaningful and big. It's big. What's happening to you right now is so big, guys. Like, the shifts that are happening next, the shifts that are happening right now are massive. Like, everything is leading you to just be this beautiful, connected, intuitive, truthful, balanced person. That's what it is. Okay, Mercury and Mind Spirit for the last one. I got cardinal. Ooh, interesting. Cardinal, I feel like is, hold on. So a cardinal's a bird, and also it could be a high ecclesiastic official of the Roman Catholic Church. And Cardinal's a high-ranking bishop, and it's a bird. So I think this is, it's pointing you. You're being appointed. Your mind, you're mastering your mind. That's what this is about even more. It's like you are the leader and the authority of your life. You're the cardinal of your life and of your own spirituality. And you are mastering your own spirituality and your spirit. You're mastering your own spirituality, and you're mastering your mind and your emotions. You're mastering this at a level that is something that you haven't done before. And I think a lot of people don't get to this level, like, ever in their lives. So I just want to say, like, damn, dude, like, damn, like, damn, like, oh my God. Like, I'm so sorry if this took me so long to get through, because I really wanted to explain things right, and I was having a very difficult time doing so. So I'm sorry if because I have not had this much of a difficult time during a reading in a long time. Okay, I need other positive shifts happening for pile 2. I was gonna say the collective. That's so funny. Pile 2. Pile 2 spirit. Positive shifts happening for pile 2. Whoops. There we go. Hold on. Okay. 9 of Swords. We've got Ace of Cups. 9 of Swords, I believe, is past energy. 9 of Swords, anxieties, fears, depressions, and nightmares, I believe, is past energy. And then you have a Ace of Cups, which is like an emotional offer of some type. Hold on. Positive shifts happening for pile 2. Okay, we've got 7 of Swords. This one, Spirit? Hold on. Okay. We've got a lot of Swords energy going on. 5 of Swords as well. There's a lot of mental energy going on, and I think that this is talking about you, even when there's a lot of mental energy, coming back to your heart space. That's what this is about. You having a lot of mental energy going on and mastering your mind, but also the more you get connected to your emotions, the more you get connected to your heart space, the more you get connected to love. Love is I think you figured out that love is what helps the mind feel calm. And it's like, how can you cultivate more love in your life? But I think that's what you figured out. Spirit, what's coming next? What positive shift is happening next? This one? Wow, Queen of Swords. There we go. I'm like, there's so much mental energy. And then we have another Swords card. Okay, so Queen of Swords. This is you mastering truth, mastering your mind. Oops. Okay, there we go. We've got 2 of Cups. Yeah, this is you. I feel like, okay, what I'm feeling like is there's somebody around you or people around you that create a lot of conflict and disagreements. And if that's the case, that's maybe what this battle has been about. Or not. It doesn't have to be. But it's like you're moving on from the people that have created angst and mental conflicts and competition and strife. You're moving on from those people, and you're moving into the 2 of Cups, which is finding people that actually love you, maybe finding a partnership where you feel more connected in the heart space too. Some of you could be leaving a relationship and finding a better relationship with yourself, but also a better relationship with someone else, and thinking about what a relationship looks like for you. Yeah, but there's a lot of mental energy going on. And that also may be why it was so hard for me to channel, because there was a lot of mental energy going on. And I did get the sense a little bit of doubt in yourself, a little bit of doubt, but not a lot, just a little bit. And I think the more you get connected to your heart space, and the more you get connected to the connections that actually make you feel loved, and because you're mastering your mind, what's happened sometimes when you master your mind is that old thought patterns come up to be healed. And so I think that you're having old thought patterns come up to be healed so that you can create this mastery. And that also may be why this battle that's going on, is that you're battling the past remnants of your belief systems coming up to be healed. Like Spirit may be giving it to you like, okay, you've reached this new level of mastery and you really want to master your mind. So I'm going to give you all the rest of it, right? Not the rest of it, but like, you get what I'm saying. More remnants of things that are really old that need to be healed so that you can get more connected to your heart, that you can be the master of your mind and you can find the connections that you want. That's what I'm seeing. Sorry, it took me a minute to get there again. There's a lot of mental chatter going on, I think, in your head, but I think it's there because it needs to be healed. Okay, Spirit, last cards. Let's see. Positive shifts happening for pile 2, Spirit, next. You're mastering your mind, guys. That's not easy. It's extremely hard, and you're getting connected to your heart space, and you're bringing in connections that actually are good for you. Okay, which one, Spirit? Okay. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. That's really interesting. So there's a paradox happening. That's also maybe why it's hard. There's so many things happening right now, and you're holding really opposite things in your life together. There's two extremes that are happening in you. That's also why it's like you're mastering your mind and you're having all of these old remnants come up of mind chatter. You're gaining spirituality and a better idea of what intuition is, and your intuition is going off and becoming something totally new, and you are having this veil over your intuition. It's like, wow, that's why I'm like, this is why I keep getting like opposite messages. That's why I'm like, this is why you're holding so many opposites. You're holding the fact that you want to leave all these people behind, and you may be around a lot of people that are causing strife, and you're pulling in new connections. You are, what else are you doing? You're holding the balance of life and the imbalance. You're holding the flow and stagnation. Like you're holding a lot of opposites together, and it's because you're healing the one that you don't want. You're healing that one, and you're moving into this one, and that's why you're like in the middle of the opposites. But it's like the advice from Spirit is to surrender to it. Surrender. Like, yes, this is freaking crazy and hard and difficult, and I'm becoming a new person. It's like, and I'm coming into this beautiful gift that's going to be at a masterful level that I haven't ever experienced before. I'm mastering my mind. That's hard. Surrender to yourself, surrender to Spirit, and that will create this to be a little bit easier, because I think it's really hard for you guys to move through. So I'm just like, it's really hard what you guys are going through, and you're doing a really good job, and it's also exciting. Like, it's super, there's opposites, right? It's really hard and it's exciting, right? Oh my god, you guys, that's crazy. Okay, Spirit, what positive shift is happening next for them? What positive shift is happening next for them, Spirit? Okay, we've got 2. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Like literally, that's what I talked about. Authority over here, intuition. Like you are mastering inner authority and your intuition. And it's the more you turn your gaze within yourself, the more you're going to feel comfortable, the more you're going to get through this easier, the more you're going to move in this easier. We've got the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, and let yourself be seen. You guys are so multifaceted, and you're very unique, and you're very courageous. This is really, really difficult to go through, but you have the courage and the bravery to do it because you are doing it. So give yourself like serious compassion and serious love and serious, like, this is a lot. This is a lot, you guys. This is a lot. And you're holding so many opposites, and you're going through so much, and you're becoming a whole new person, and you're leaving your old self behind. It's a lot. So give yourself a little bit of grace and surrender if you can. Okay, I think that's all I have for you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So today we're looking at what positive shifts are happening next. We have unity, forgiveness, 3, rejoice and celebration, the warrior, 34th, 10th house, the world. We have endure. It's hard to see. Sorry, guys. Endure. We have time. We have potential. Choose wisely. Strength. 35, 11th house, and friends. And then we have mystery. Mystery. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. First of all, I feel like A positive shift that's happening next is you figuring out your warrior energy and your strength and knowing it so deeply in your soul that you don't even have to like try to be strong. You just are strong. You know you're strong. You have this inner bone deep understanding of your strength, and the warrior within is coming out. And that, I think, is affecting this 10th house in the world and 11th house friends. You are figuring out how the new warrior you, the new strong you, like the way that you, like the new you, all the work that you've done has created a whole new you. And that is in connection with the 10th house, the world, and how you are seeing yourself in the world and how you are relating with friendships. And there's this rejoice and celebration card, which I feel like is like you being able to celebrate with others and not have the same fears that you may have had in the past because you've done so much work on yourself, and because you know you're this inner warrior in a bone deep way, and because you know you're strong in a bone deep way. And hold on, I'm getting a call, guys. Sorry, telemarketer. Okay. You know you can choose wisely now. A positive shift that's happening is you owning this warrior magic, owning this strong strength, and owning that you know how to make choices for yourself, and you are having this confidence. It's like this confidence is a positive shift that's happening for you guys. You're having this inner confidence to choose wisely, and that you know that whatever choice you make is the right one because you made it, because you are strong, and because you have this warrior energy that you're owning so amazingly. And there's this unity card. It's interesting because we have unity and 10th house world, and I feel like you're the phoenix rising from the ashes, and you're unifying with the world in this new phoenix energy, this warrior energy, this strong energy. And time is becoming different to you. I think time's becoming different. You're looking at it differently. You're actually enjoying being alive. You're enjoying yourself. And I think that makes time move differently for you. It may make time move faster, or maybe you feel like you've been noticing lately that time is moving faster for you. Guys, that's what I'm hearing. And you're also realizing the potential, like the absolute potential there is in yourself because of this whole new you that is happening right now. Like truly, you guys have gone through the transformation and you're in this new energy of yourself, and you see your potential. You see how far you could go with this warrior energy. You see how far you can go because you've forgiven yourself, and because you're now figuring out how to unify with the world in a new way, and you've endured really hard things. This is the Endure card. Sorry, it's like absolutely black, which is like weird, but whatever. And you are getting more comfortable with mystery. The mystery of your life, the mystery of what's going to happen next. You're getting more comfortable with the unknown, and also you're getting more comfortable with yourself in a new way. You are getting more comfortable with life and with being in the unknown because you are standing in your warrior energy, and you know that's who you are on a deep level. It's like bone deep warrior understanding of yourself. And you are having total trust in the universe, having total trust in the mystery of things, understanding that when things happen, that there's a reason for it, that there's lessons that you're going to learn out of it, that you're going to be able to move forward in such a way that's different and whole and sustaining and fulfilling and stable and secure because you are the warrior. You really are. And it's like, you know that now, like you feel that deeply, and this strength of yourself, the strength to get through hard things, the strength of trusting yourself, the strength of knowing how much potential you have, knowing how to implement it, and then getting the fruits of your labor working off because of it. It's like, and you may be having more connections come in with friendships, better vibrational connected friendships. Like you have reached a new vibration with this last transformation that you've gone in. And now the friends that you're calling into you and your relationship to the world is different because of the new vibration that you're vibrating at. Like that's what I see. You're at a whole new vibration, and you jumped a whole new timeline, and that's also why time's here. You jumped a whole new timeline. You're on a new timeline. You've created a different vibration, and now you're on a different timeline. Your life is becoming, your path has been illuminated. That's what I'm hearing. Your path has been illuminated. Your path has changed to a new course in a better way because you're owning this warrior energy. You're owning your new vibration. You're owning your strength. You've forgiven yourself for past mistakes. You're the master of your mind because you're seeing the like remnants of this transformation that have come through, and the positive shifts that are happening are so positive. I think new friendships are coming in that are going to blow your mind. I think you're going to be shocked by the friendships that you have. And I think that you're going to be shocked by how much you can rejoice in the celebration of yourself and rejoice in celebration of these friendships. And I think it's just going to be a whole, you're like in a whole new thing. Like it's a whole new thing. Like you're a whole new person. You have so much potential. I also get the sense that astrology may be important for some of you guys. You may be going through a lot of astrological changes right now with your chart. You may be going through like Saturn returns, some of you may be going through other things, but we do have a lot of astrology going on, like big astrological stuff. Like I think Pluto's in Aquarius for the first time in 200 years on March 23rd. And so that may also, your potential may also be in, like it's like an innovative time that's coming, and we're gonna have shocking new revelations on like technology or humanitarian efforts, because Aquarius, right, it's humanitarian. And you're going to see, one of the shifts that's happening for you is that your potential to change something really big when it comes to the age of Aquarius, or the Pluto's in, I think it's Pluto in Aquarius. Oh my God, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna be so devastated. Yes, I'm right. I was just double checking. I don't know why I doubt myself all the time, but I do. It's fine. It happens. But yes, there's something major that you're meant to do, and it's going to happen around March 23rd or when Pluto's in Aquarius, and it's going to create a shift in you that's going to have something to do with your potential and the way you move in the world and the way you move with friends. And it's using your abilities to somehow create great change. That's what I see. That's what I see. You're creating great change. You're creating great change when Pluto is in Aquarius. That's what I see. Okay, I'm going to pull... Okay, this is like a new thing, but I'm pulling clarifiers for each card to see... Just get extra insight on everything. Okay, Unity Spirit. Card for Unity. It's interesting, really, the whole Aquarius thing. That's really interesting, guys. Some of you may be Aquariuses. I'm an Aquarius, so... Okay, Midas. Yes, so Midas touch is like turning anything to gold. So with the Unity card, you could create a business out of your ability to connect with the world and connect with others. There's some type of business where you're helping people or creating unity or a community. That's what I'm hearing. There's some way you can create money or a business out of that. I also get the sense that your gifts of creating unity with others in themselves or with others for themselves, like unity in themselves, like as in like the relationship with themselves, is really strong. You have the ability to create unity in places that don't have it. And that's interesting because we're having Pluto in Aquarius, and I said that you're going to be doing something really massive, and it could be in some way unifying community or creating unity in people with different types of people when this happens. It could be something like that. I feel like it's something like that. It's really interesting. Okay, Forgiveness Spirit. It's really interesting. But you have to Midas touch, guys, with unity in the world, with unity with friends, with unity between others, with unity with yourself and others with themselves. Forgiveness Spirit. Okay, I got 3. Whoops. I can't have that many, Spirit. Forgiveness Spirit. Element. That's really interesting. I'm getting like, what element did you use to create forgiveness? Did you use fire? Did you use water? Maybe you figured out how to forgive. You know how to forgive people now, and it's through an element. You've done it in a way that is, it highlights an element, like water. Like, let's just say water, right? You've created forgiveness through water, because water is flow, water is healing, right? So it's like you figured out a way to forgive in a way that may be more spiritual, or maybe more, it has something to do with elements. It's interesting. It's so, what's it called? The concept is so hard to explain, but I feel like you used water to create forgiveness and healing in places that you hadn't before. And that forgiveness brought about this warrior energy. Okay, Spirit, rejoice in celebration. Siren. Interesting. You're calling in celebration. You're calling this in for yourself. You are the siren. You're calling in celebration for yourself. You're calling in friends. You're calling in new connections. That's what I feel. You're calling in new connections that match your vibration. Your vibration's doing it, but you are doing it. You may be manifesting people or better friendships or better relationships on purpose. And if you are, then this is confirmation that it's working. But yes, you're calling in more celebration for yourself. Oh my God, this is annoying me. Sorry. The cards have been really annoying me today, and I don't know why. Okay. That's really interesting, guys. Okay, the warrior spirit. What do we got for the warrior? What do we got for the warrior spirit? Oop, okay. Heartbeat. Ooh, I love this. Your warrior is in your heart. You may have had it in your head. You may have been like, I know I'm a warrior with my mind, but I don't feel it with my heart. Your heartbeat, you are a warrior in your heart space. That's what I was talking about, but the bone deep, right? It's like your heartbeat, your heart is connected to, is so deeply felt. The warrior is so deeply felt in your heart. I can't say it right. The warrior is so deeply felt in your heart. And heartbeats, it's like, what was I trying to say right here? The heartbeat is like the life essence of you. And the life essence of you is the warrior. That's what this means. The warrior is your heart's essence, your life's force. Life force. The warrior of you is your life force. And it's so deeply felt in your heart now. And it's going to create life, breath. It's going to create so much beautiful things because you're owning this warrior energy. You're feeling this warrior energy so deeply inside of yourself. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. The world. I'm like, this is so cool, guys. I love that heartbeat came up for the warrior. Okay. The world spirit. Oop. I got something, but it came up. Okay, it didn't come out. Damn. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cusp. Okay, cusp. You're on the cusp of something. You're on the cusp. It's on the tip of your tongue. It's on the tip of your tongue. Cusp. Hold on. Yeah, it's like you are on the cliff, looking over, wanting to jump into the world. And you are in between a transition of how you were in the world before and how you're moving into the world now. And how your energy is so totally different than it was previously, and you're moving into the world in a whole new way because of that. You've gone through a major transition, this cusp energy. It's like you're jumping into a new role in the world that you haven't before. That's what I'm getting. Oh my God, it's so amazing. I can't, it's so cool. There's so many cool, amazing things that are happening for you. And this shift that's coming in next is about moving into the world in a totally new way with this beautiful warrior energy that you have, and then creating this beautiful unity with others and with themselves. Man. Okay, endure. Spirit, endure. Okay, we got something. We've got specter. So specter is ghost. That's what it means. I've looked it up like 10 times because I keep forgetting. Specter is ghost. Specter means ghost. So ghost of endure. It's like, yeah, like you are somebody that just continues to endure no matter what. And enduring is hard. And it's not as hard as it used to be. It's like the ghost of how hard endurance used to be is there still, but it's not the way it used to be. It's not the way it is now. You have the ability to endure in a new way, and that's what this is talking about. Time spirit. Oops. Okay, so which one? Pandora? Time. Pandora. Yeah, Pandora's box is like, you don't know what you're going to get. And yeah, I think this is also about, Pandora is about, you don't know what this positive shift's going to happen, what it's going to be yet. And you're going to be so shocked to see what this amazing positive shift is when it comes to your potential in the world when Pluto is in Aquarius and comes in Aquarius. Like, your gifts are going to somehow come alive, somehow change, somehow affect change, that when Pluto's in Aquarius, Pluto is in Aquarius is going to help this shift take place. And you're going to be shocked at the way what you're going to find, because this is about new timeline jumps. So you're on a new path, right? Then we have Pandora's box, or Pandora. And Pandora is like a surprise. And I think that you're going to be surprised by the new path that you get put on and what you're meant to do on this new path and how you're meant to affect change in the world and with your friends. Wow. I have never had a reading like this, guys. I've never gotten like specifics. Like I've never gotten like Pluto's in Aquarius and that's going to affect great change. Like for you specifically, you are meant to affect great change when Pluto is in Aquarius because you've timeline jumped onto a new path and that's going to be shocking to you. That's what this is about. That's what I just, okay, wait. I'm like, oh my God, I have to say it. Like I'm trying to put it together so it sounds, because it's very like, I had to piece it together kind of. And I think that's also what you're doing. You're piecing together your life in a whole new way because you're a new person now. And you're piecing together, you pieced together yourself. That was what you first did. You pieced together yourself. You mastered yourself. And now you're mastering how to piece in the world in regards to this new self. That's what this positive shift is. You're piecing together how to move through the world and move through your relationships differently. Potential spirit. I don't know why, but the quiet is seriously like before I was hearing so many things, and it's so quiet right now and it's been bugging me. And I'm like, why do I feel so bugged by this silence? And I don't know. That's really interesting, right? I don't know if it's you or if it's me. I feel like it's me because I'm here, obviously, but it's 11:11 right now. That's interesting too. There's so many synchronicities happening, you guys, right now, and there may be a lot of silence. I got silence in your head because you've done this mastery of yourself, and it may be unsettling at first because it's something you're not comfortable with. And it's not like you're gonna have silence in your head forever. It's just like the old belief systems you've already mastered. You've mastered moving through negative belief systems. You created new belief systems and now you fully believe in them. And you've created more stillness in your head because of that. And it may be unsettling at first, but it's you're gonna get used to it and it's gonna be easier to move through. Potential spirit. Ooh, I got two. Which one? Electric. Okay. Electric potential, guys. Electric. You guys have potential that is electric, that affects change, that lights up pathways that have never been lit up before, it's illuminated. I feel like you are your potential is illuminated. Because you're on this new timeline, your potential is like you're blazing through, you're electrifying, like you're exciting, you're passionate, you're creating great change through electricity. Like being electric, your potential is electric. And the great change that you're going to create is going to create massive shifts. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, choose wisely, spirit. Whoa, I got like so many cards right now fell out. Hold on, guys. Okay. Midnight. Choose wisely. Ooh, this is interesting. So midnight I consider to be like darkness, right? Because at midnight it's dark. It's also the start of a new day, but I feel like this choose wisely card. There may be darkness that veils you from seeing how to choose wisely, and it's waiting until that darkness dissipates to be able to choose. So having the patience. This year is about 7, path life 7. And it's 7s are also about going, and it's, oh my God, it's on a 7. Wow, guys. Okay. I'm gonna lose it. Okay. Path life 7 is about going deep beneath the surface, and it's about taking your time. And this year, the Mercury and retrogrades that are happening in the beginning of the year, it's like the whole year is about slowing down and not taking impulsive action. And when you have a choice presented to you, take your time. Don't make any impulsive decisions. Choose wisely. That's like, take time. If you feel like there's darkness clouding you from seeing the situation clearly, do your best to figure out how to clear the situation to make it more clear, to get more information, and to choose with absolute conviction. And don't make a choice if you don't know how to make a choice yet. Don't make a choice if you don't know. If you just, you know what I mean? Like, take your time. Don't take impulsive action. Choose with as much slowness and as much clarity as you possibly can. That's what I'm getting. And it's very important. Spirit is stressing that this is very important. Remember, don't make a choice out of impulsivity. And make a choice only when you have all the information and you feel like intuitively you can see clearly. Like, it's really important. Spirit's stressing it it's very important. Okay, strength, Spirit. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. Labyrinth. Your strength is because you've overcome your darkness, because you've gotten comfortable with your darkness, because you know the map of your darkness, because you know because you faced your darkness. That's why you have the strength. Why you have the strength that you know so deeply is because you faced your demons, your trauma, your darkness. You have faced it. You know what the labyrinth of you is. You know how to move through things. You know how to get through hard things, and you know how to heal things. And that's where this strength is coming in from, because you have done the deep healing work and the shadow work or trauma work or whatever type of work it is. You've done that, and that's why you have this beautiful strength coming out. And because you've been through the maze of darkness before, you walked through it. And you are here and thriving because you've walked through it, because you faced it, and then decided to heal it. Like, that's amazing, guys. You've been through hard things and you got through it, and that also creates strength. Spirit, 11th house friends. Whoa. Blaze, yeah. Your friendships, there's blaze. They're blazing in. I said that I felt like friendships were coming in for you, and you're having friendships blaze into your life because you're at this new vibration, because you're on this new path, because you're connecting to the world and yourself differently than you were before. There's this lighting up of friendships and your 11th house, just specifically your 11th house. Mystery Spirit. What's this mystery card about? Whoa, I got a shit ton. Of course, that happens always when there's like major things happening in the card I'm asking about. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this. All right, Mystery Spirit. Okay, we've got tides. You're going to have moments when the tide comes in and you understand what the mystery is. And there's going to be moments when you don't. But you're getting comfortable with the flow of the tides. You're getting comfortable with knowing and not knowing what's going to happen next. You're getting comfortable with knowing and not knowing what the mystery of yourself and others is about. You are getting more comfortable with the flow of how mystery works in your life and in the world and with other people. Wow. Some of the stuff in this reading, like this whole reading, guys, has been insane. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I have been like blown away by multiple things in your reading and in the other too. It's absolutely insane. All right, Spirit, what other positive shifts are happening next for pile 3? Okay, so we've got 3 of Swords in reverse. You're healing from heartbreak. That's what I'm hearing. You're healing. You're releasing pain. You're forgiving the heartbreak. You're forgiving yourself and someone else for the heartbreak they have caused you, or multiple people for the heartbreak they've caused you. Whoa. Okay, we've got the Hierophant, your spiritual beliefs, the Devil, okay, and we've got the Chariot. What's this Devil card about, Spirit? That's interesting. What's this Devil card about, Spirit? What's this Devil card about? Okay, so we've got Ace of Wands and 6 of Swords. This is you moving away from the things that trap you and following your intuition because of it. You're following your intuition, and it's leading you away from feeling caged. That's what this warrior energy is about. It really is. You're owning your warrior energy, and because of that, you're walking away from people that make you feel caged and from things that aren't good for you, and you are following your intuition and following your passion to help you move through this. And you're becoming more clear on what you feel about spirituality, I'm hearing, and how to get more connected with spirituality and how to trust in spirituality more. And you are moving forward in life by surrendering to the light and the darkness of yourself and the world. Wow. Wow, guys. I'm like blown away. I'm blown away by this whole reading. Okay, Spirit, can I get some final advice for positive shifts happening next for pile 3? Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, okay, so what's that one too? All right, we've got Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Wow. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Like, I don't even know if I have to say anything else with that. Like, I don't think I can explain that better than that. Like, you guys have such deep intelligence and understanding and knowledge and intuitive abilities and being connected to the universe. It's in you. It's in you, and it's leading you, and it's helped you get through this, and it's helped you move forward. You know, Hyreth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay, that's interesting. You could be a starseed. You may be longing for if there's homesickness for the other path that you were on, or somebody that you had to leave behind. Honor that, because that is totally normal. And also, it's really hard to move into a new path or a new you or leave other relations. It's hard. It's not like it doesn't take away the feelings of it. It's hard, even though it's amazing, even though you're finding yourself, even though you feel good, you're following your passion, you're following your intuition, you're figuring out your beautiful gifts with the world and with your friends and in connection to others, and you're seeing your potential. Just because all that those amazing things are happening doesn't mean that it's not going to be hard to move into it, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. I mean, easy. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy to leave behind everything. It's hard. That's why you're so courageous and brave, and that's why this is so amazing, because you have truly come into a new you, and you had to leave behind the old you, and that's painful. It's painful. It will always be painful. Okay, Spirit, let's see. We've got trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on, tides. Time is not running out. That's about this tides and the mystery of the world. It's like you are trusting the timing. Everything is going to work out just the way it was meant to, because you have everything you need inside of you. And because you're grieving for the loss of the things that you don't have anymore, that you can't rely on anymore, or the people that you had to let go of. And that is truly amazing. So, wow, you guys, this reading was absolutely insanely amazing. And I'm so proud of you guys. And I hope that I explained everything right. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. But please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.